Okay, so not quite as entertaining as the Miata today. We are driving the Civic, driving the daily. And if you have a Civic, there is one thing you should do before you do anything else in terms of mods, and that is upgrading the rear sway bar. That thing is tiny. Man, it's always so beautiful out here. Always so beautiful. First thing you should do with your Civic, upgrade the rear sway bar. It is absolutely the first mod that you should do with any Civic platform, unless it's the Type R, because it's already set up very well. But upgrading the rear sway bar to a thicker aftermarket one will help in a lot of ways. First of all, it will help reduce body roll, which I haven't driven many Civics, but in this one, this is a 2013, it is especially prevalent stock. There's a lot of body roll. Upgrading the rear sway bar will help with that. The other thing that it will do is it will help reduce understeer. So I've had this Civic for a while. I put on the rear, it was a Progress rear sway bar about 2-3 months ago, and it has completely transformed the handling of this car at speed, a little bit at low speeds as well, but this thing actually wants to grip in a corner now. Like, it wants to turn in, and it feels a lot less like a front-wheel drive car than it used to. It's still very much a front-wheel drive car, but I don't really mind that much for a daily. And this thing will still rotate. It will still rotate when the road is a little slick. I took it out a couple days ago in the rain, and the rear started to kick out a little bit when I was taking a corner a little fast. Pop in here, look at it for a second. Look at this 2013 Honda Civic. We'll leave it running. Won't be here for long. Okay, so this is my baby, 2013 Honda Civic. It has the 1.8 liter 4-cylinder. There's a bunch of chips and stuff. I've beat the crap out of this car. Put about 60,000 miles on it over the last couple of years. Taken it, and obviously the windshield's pretty cracked as well. I've taken it up to the mountain many a times on skiing trips. And it does exactly what I need it to. I think this color is called olive. You can see kind of like a metallic flake in there. In certain lights, it looks black when there's no sunlight hitting it, and then sometimes it looks pretty brown. It looks especially brown when I've been getting it dirty, taking it out on back roads and stuff like that. And I take this vehicle pretty much everywhere. Like, this has been my only vehicle for a very long time, and it's been wonderful and boring at the same time. It became less boring in the winter once I discovered this handbrake, which, I mean, I should have known, right? But I've been kind of babying it. But it can rotate, it can rally. It can rally a little bit, especially with some winter tires on it. That changed it as well. This thing, because I take it up to the mountain, I love to ski, it struggle. I mean, it's front wheel drive. It can struggle a lot in deeper snow. So winter tires made a huge difference. Let's go this way. Also, it's just super comfortable. I know some of you might be driving some fancier cars, and this is very much an economy interior, but it does, like, I have zero complaints about this. This is comfortable. It is a reasonably nice interior if I keep it clean. It has Bluetooth. It doesn't have CarPlay, but I don't really need CarPlay. I have Bluetooth. It's fine. It connects right up every time I use it. There is a slight delay in terms of when something plays on my phone and when something plays over the speakers, but I have no complaints. Going back to what I was talking about though, this thing was really boring until I discovered the handbrake, and then once I put on that rear sway bar, and now it feels like it actually wants to grip, to turn in the corners, and that's one of the things that plagues these kind of cars, front wheel drive cars, is understeer. And this will still understeer at the limit, and if you think about it, any car will understeer at the limit if you're really pushing it in a certain way, if you're coming into a corner too fast. But it'll rotate now. We've gotten a little bit of snap oversteer on slick roads, and it's actually pretty fun to drive quick on some windy roads. There are very few cars that average cars that this won't keep up with in a turn. And heck, it's a Civic. It's reliable. Right now I have 110,000 miles on it. I plan to have it for another 10 years. It should last me. I've been taking care of it. I mean, I drive it hard, but I have been taking care of it, keeping it up on its maintenance and everything like that. Let's go left. That might have been a mistake. We're going right into the sun. That was a mistake. We'll live with it. But it's just super nice to drive now after installing that. It doesn't feel so dead. The steering feels slightly improved. Like, there's actually quite a bit of decent feedback. I can tell when the front tires are starting to lose grip or when they're loading up in a corner. It's an electric steering rack, but I have zero problems with that. It's nice and light, which is actually really nice for a daily. Like, it's effortless. Let's do that. That might help a little bit. Sorry if I am blocking your guys' view. There we go. Less sun now. The other thing too with these Civics is that generally, and I think this is still the same. I think this still holds true for the newest generations of the Civic, but these have always been very lightweight cars. This one's around 2,800 pounds, which for a modern car is quite light, and you can feel it in the corners. If you go back a couple generations, they're even lighter than that, and I get why people like the Civic platform for track cars or enthusiast cars in general. This doesn't have a screaming Honda engine that revs out to 9K. Like, this isn't that. This is very much tuned for economy. But I don't feel bad about revving it out because I know it can take it. I feel the boost. Oh, hello, Stingray. Stingray. Did I say boost? No, it's not turbocharged. It's naturally aspirated. But I can feel, oh, hello, what is that? Datsun? It feels like, so I don't think it's technically a VTEC engine, but it does feel like around 4,000 RPMs, it starts to hit some variable. Got an exhaust on their Jetta, huh? It does feel like it hits some variable valve timing around 4,000 RPMs, and it starts getting some torque, which is nice. Like, it's only got 140 horsepower, so you really need it to get up into the higher range of the tachometer for you to have any sort of passing power. So you kind of got to wring it by its throat to get it, but it's excellent on long road trips. It's excellent around town. Right now, I have it on pretty much all the stock suspension besides that. Well, actually, I did upgrade the sway bar end links as well as that rear sway bar. So, but the rear dampers and the front struts are stock, and honestly, I like it that way. Like it's soft. It's just compliant enough to deal with all of the bumps without it getting super upset. But I wouldn't want it any softer than this, definitely, and I wouldn't necessarily want it any stiffer. Like, it's comfortable. I don't need something more. I don't know. I feel like this perfectly threads that balance between comfort and actual handling and drivability. It still rolls in a corner. Especially in the front. Is it a Type R? Looks like a Type R. It still rolls quite a bit when you push it in the corner. It's definitely less, but there's just a lot more grip in those front tires now. So I enjoy it a lot. I mean, and this is why, like, if you're an enthusiast, some people like dailying their sports car or whatever, their project car, but honestly, I guess you could get the best of both worlds if you get a Civic, but get something that's reliable, that does exactly what you need it to every time, that starts up every time, that has plenty of space. I mean, there's plenty of room in these back seats. I got plenty of space in the trunk. I don't have a car topper, but I take it up to the mountain and I can fit skis in the back here just fine as long as I drop one of those back seats. That might be something I get later, is one of those car toppers, but is that a Miata? That's a Miata. But get something that works, and you can honestly find some pretty good deals for cars like this, for these Hondas, for Acuras. Oh, there's not a Stingray over there. Go, and the thing is, I'm always the kind of guy that wants to get something for cheap and stretch it out a little bit longer. But you can find lots of Civics, lots of Accords, and things of that nature on Facebook Marketplace for reasonable prices. And I mean, with these naturally aspirated engines, the ones that don't have any sort of boost or anything, I'd feel pretty confident if you're up on maintenance of them pushing up to at least 200,000 miles, even more. And I feel like they for me, they perfectly thread that in between of comfort as a daily driver, and then with a couple of suspension modifications, they can be pretty sporty as well. Is it fast? No, not really. It's a little more exciting if you roll the windows down. But that's the other thing. If you find your car is boring, roll the windows down. It makes you feel more connected to the experience as a whole. And even though it might not necessarily become exciting by any means, I mean, this is a little 4-cylinder that likes to keep quiet, but you hear a little bit of induction noise, and it makes it just a little bit more fun. It gives you more sensation of speed. You're more connected to the world outside. So that's a little tip. But yeah, Civics, suspension modifications, I think they're fantastic daily drivers. This one's an automatic, which makes it quite comfortable and easy, especially on long road trips. Gets pretty decent gas mileage. And I have zero complaints whatsoever. So yeah, get a Civic. If you're a car enthusiast, get a Civic. Have a 2-car garage. Any Hoosiers? That is my 2 cents for today. Hope you all are doing well. Hope you all are enjoying life and pushing to be the best version of yourselves. Take care of those around you. And get outside. Enjoy enjoy the greenery. If you're not somewhere that's green, find somewhere beautiful that you can get outside and connect to nature a little bit. It's good for the soul, good for the brain. Anyway, love you all. Peace out.